Hello and welcome to episode 3 of 04?
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Nice. Good work.
Thank you. Purely off memory. In about, I don't know, a day, give or take, Charlie and I are going to be smattered by a hurricane. And we were discussing this before we started recording, but I want to bring it up again because I think it's a funny story. Charlie, during Hurricane Irma, was in Tampa, of course, and saw the warning signs. He saw the hurricane watch, the hurricane warning, the news, everything, and said, I'm going to evacuate to Orlando to get away from Hurricane Irma. And as soon as he did that, Hurricane Irma pulled a hard right turn and plowed straight into Orlando instead of Tampa.
That she did, that bitch.
Heat-seeking hurricane went straight for you.
So, did you ever talk about being trapped in Disney Hotel on the show, Charlie?
I'm sure I have. It's not like an eventful story. It was just kind of miserably boring.
Yeah, that's what
How could
hurricanes
it possibly
are.
be miserably boring? It was Disney World.
Well, they just rationed out little snacks for 2 days.
Did you have to? Well, yeah, we would have had to pay for it.
I remember
surely.
you telling this. Weren't you in like a Little Mermaid themed room or something? Or was
Art
it?
of animation, baby.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember if it was Little Mermaid, though. It was either Little Mermaid or Lion King or something.
I feel like you said it was. Yeah, I thought it was Cars, but maybe I'm misremembering.
I don't think it was Cars.
Didn't you say...
Art of Animation's so old, I think it predates Cars.
Didn't you say you stayed at Disney because they have like the most hurricane-proof buildings or something?
Yeah, they're meant to withstand like a nuclear apocalypse if things pop off.
Yeah, they want to make sure they're running after the genocide of the entire planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got to entertain the masses, the people that are left.
Like fucking Fallout, like a vault.
It's just gonna be rich people who can afford actual bunkers that are gonna be left. And it's gonna be insufferable. Apparently, that's an actual concern. By the way, have you guys ever seen one of those documentaries with where they interview billionaires who buy like billion-dollar bunkers up in Norway and shit? And their actual problem that they always tell the interviewer is, yeah, I don't know what I'll do about security forces, though, because, you know, how do I stop them from just killing me and taking my stuff after the
taking the
apocalypse?
bunker.
It's a
Dude,
good
I think about that concept with movies pretty regularly. Like, when the villain is like, look at all of my wealth. I have access to the code that opens this vault with millions in it. Hey, goons, I'll pay you $5,000 to go shoot this guy with guns and risk your life for like 12 hours. It's like, no, just shoot him, take some money and leave. What's stopping you?
I really don't think money's gonna matter in the apocalypse. Like when everything goes out the window.
You'll have to ration out resources instead, like Immortan Joe opening the literal floodgates for like 5 seconds so everybody can drink, and then he shuts it off again.
Okay, but then, yeah, so money doesn't matter, resources matter, so rich people still have the leg up, because before the apocalypse hits, they can just hoard resources like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty fucking crazy if, like, someone, I don't know, someone whose name rhymes with mates or schmates bought up, like, all of the farmland. That would be fucked up. Or if, I don't know, Nestle owned, like, all sources of water on the planet.
If
Well, it's not like he's going to be able to, like, secure all of those rice fields or whatever he's bought up. He's not going to be able to go out there and, like, harvest them during the apocalypse.
Well, no,
I'm talking-
it doesn't even go that far. He's not going to be able to claim them during the apocalypse. If you reach an era where money and ownership mean nothing, what's he gonna do? Buy them all before the apocalypse and after walk out and go, guys, you can't take my rice. I own it. I have the deed. No one's gonna care.
Well, I imagine he could hire security like enforcers. Like, I'll pay you in my rice to defend my rice.
Or we could just kill you and take the rice.
But an enforcer's not going to know how to grow rice. Maybe.
Bill Gates doesn't know how to grow rice either, though.
Bill Gates invented rice.
He's gonna know how to run his own nation, I guarantee you. These people, they're gonna fuck us, and they're gonna fuck us hard. I betcha. I mean, we're gonna see a mini version of this coming winter, with Putin is fucking us Germans real nice. And you know that pipeline they have, the Nord Stream? Apparently someone sabotaged it this last day. and actually blew it up underwater. Like, both nations are like, okay, this is not a natural occurrence. Someone literally
Call of
must
Duty
have...
Modern Warfare 2 promo for the beta.
Literally, yes. Like, our German, one of our fucking politicians, one of the important ones, actually came out and said, we've ruled out all, like, explanations that are not intentional sabotage. And that you would need, like, a fucking submarine to do damage of this scale.
So wait, they're implying the Russians sabotaged it themselves? Why?
No, I mean, if I would have to guess with my tinfoil hat, as usual,
Okay.
I would
It's
assume that
aliens.
Russia and Germany were making a deal on the back. So, you know, Germans don't freeze to death this winter and Germans can save some face. And I assume the US got wind of this and just sabotaged the fucking pipeline. That's my conspiracy theorist explanation.
It's not really sabotage if you drive a submarine out there and shoot it, or whatever you were implying.
That's like the highest degree of sabotage.
Well, it's just a genuine assault or attack.
First of all, that's not me implying it. Again, that was one of our fucking politicians, and apparently now also one of some fucking special forces. They have like video of the bubbles rising up from the ocean, which I'm sure that's probably not good to be spilling all that fucking gas into the water, but what do I know? So yeah, we're gonna see this. We might have like actual electricity blackouts in the winter here. Let's see if fights break out in the streets.
Yeah. I do wonder what it would take for us to reach like global apocalyptic levels. When will we like rise up and eat the cake or whatever the French did during the revolution?
Well, 10xing your electricity bill should help, but no.
Yeah.
It's like, this is truly insufferable, and I still see people with the fucking Ukraine flag in their profiles. It's like, can we stop with this now? You're literally about to freeze. It's time to stop the LARP. Whatever. I'll just freeze, you guys. I'll be cold, I'll be shivering. If I have electricity, I'll hand crank my computer and I'll connect to the internet and I'll talk to you guys.
And that's what I'm saying. Cold weather is so much worse than warm weather.
No,
See, like, imagine if you were just really hot, Kaya. Like, wouldn't that be preferable opposed to freezing?
Well, I get
He's
what you're
right.
saying, but in normal times, you know, I guess I grew up spoiled where I took electricity for granted. And I didn't know that, like, a Disney mascot goblin named Zelensky would 10x my electricity bill and cause us to not have electricity anymore in 2022. I didn't know that was gonna happen, in my defense. But I guess I have blankets, I'll survive. Body warmth, I'll just knock on my neighbor's doors.
Do blankets not do without electricity? Don't houses like have insulation? How does heat work?
German houses don't have insulation. What are you, fucking insane? Germans pride themselves on having houses that they built like 100 years ago, because I guess they suck at modern architecture. And it's like, oh, so in the summer this retains heat like crazy and turns into an oven, and then in the winter you have to pay insane amounts of for electricity just to stay warm. Now, but I guess you can at least say that you built this house in the fucking 60s as a bragging point. It's really insufferable, dude.
Can you guys start a fire? Do you guys know how? Like, if you were put out into the bush, you needed to harvest resources, would you be able to start a fire to warm yourself?
Now, Jackson,
rub
see, that's a
sticks together.
skill. That's a skill, Jackson, here in Florida we're never going to have to learn, because our wood is going to be so perpetually wet that you will never start a fire with this shit.
I disagree. If you're determined enough, I think you can make a fire out of anything.
Technically, via physics, yes,
friction.
but via human strength, no. But I see your point.
Well, what
Gold
about
star.
with a matching gasoline?
Well, yeah, that's cheating, though.
Yeah.
That's obviously cheating.
I'm
Wasn't
just
it
pointing
so-
out how here in Florida it just rains so goddamn often. If you were stranded in the woods, it would be so goddamn miserable.
Oh, make a tent first, dummy.
Yeah, just make
Have
it
you
a
learned
tent.
nothing from
Yeah.
SpongeBob? Yeah.
Who
Out of
lives
leaves.
underwater?
Yeah, I mean, the same laws of physics apply to you then. If you also live underwater most of the time.
Yeah, but they start fires underwater somehow.
That's what I'm saying.
quantum
Would you be able to do
physics.
it, Andrew?
I
Would
guess
you be able to survive out in the wild?
I guess I need to sing the campfire song, and then we'll get something going.
Have you guys also always been jealous of cartoon physics? Like, steamroller rolls over you and then you just kind of walk it off after re-inflating yourself?
Well, everyone should be jealous of cartoon physics. It's immortality and invincibility. In very few cartoons will you see like the main character, like Eddie, get like a traumatic neck injury and not be able to move or something and be wheelchair bound.
I wish I could walk off a cliff forever until I look down. That'd be so convenient.
I know, that's like a cheat for flying, as long as you just look up. But would you take the trade-off of excruciating pain? Like, imagine being in the Wile E. Coyote universe. Okay, you come back every episode, so you're clearly immortal, but you also get disfigured every episode, and you have sticks of dynamite blow up in your face.
Yeah, but they always make a full, complete recovery within the span of 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
True, still, would that not be excruciating pain?
I don't know if they're ever in pain, it's more they just show discomfort or annoyance.
From all the howls that I've heard come out of Tom and Jerry fame, they are definitely in pain.
Yeah, Tom is an exception.
Yeah,
so like for example, Wile E. Coyote. So Wile E. Coyote, he's never really in pain. He's more just kind of annoyed or like, ooh, that's smarts. But like Tom from Tom and Jerry, I will absolutely give you, he just suffers like a motherfucker.
True.
He really does. It's like, and I watched I don't even know if it's the original version, I guess. It must have been, depending on my age. It had so many renditions, but on the version that we grew up on, the people my age grew up on, it's like they had such fucked up episodes too. I mean, all of the old school, like, racist shit aside that they now have to spoiler at the beginning on, like, streaming platforms, but my friend recently posted a meme of them in our private chat and said it was from the episode where Tom and Jerry commit suicide, and I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I did grow up on this stuff.
Cartoons used to go fucking hard back in the day, man.
Yeah.
And they looked so fucking sad. And I remember it, and I must have just internalized it, but it's just, can you imagine, like, Pinkie Pie committing suicide?
Yeah.
Wait, so Jerry also commits
There's a whole
suicide?
episode where Tom's super depressed, and at the end, he sits on a railroad track, and with the most sullen fucking look on his face, just waits until it kills him. And Jerry, in solidarity, sits next to him and waits.
It's a double suicide.
Yeah, it is. There's also multiple episodes.
Jerry spent his entire life making this cat's life a fucking hell, and then he chooses the end
kills himself.
Like, act in solidarity.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what happens.
Well, the message was always that they kind of sort of like each other anyway, despite their differences, because whenever, like, Tom would somehow manage to kick Jerry out, or vice versa, they would miss each other. Like, what am I gonna do now without my buddy?
Yeah, but he doesn't like him enough to pull him off the tracks or anything. He just sits down with him.
He
didn't even try and convince him not to kill himself.
Yeah.
Dude, old school cartoons used to go fucking hard. They would have, like, suicide. They would have, like, drug and alcohol abuse. They would have fucking racist caricatures. Like, they did not give a shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I don't get why.
It was
always
funny
for
back
kids.
then.
It's funny, everything wasn't sanitized, and you didn't have social media, so no one was able to go online with 0 followers and their egg emoji to yell at whatever Warner Brothers that, oh, your display of a cat drinking alcoholic beverages is so toxic and reinforces masculinity.
Well, it doesn't even go that far, Kaya. It wasn't a thing back then. Everyone was laughing at that.
Yeah.
Like, everyone enjoyed that.
And it was
Hey,
funny.
we're gonna have to do. Sorry to break up the conversation, but we're gonna have to do another clap sync. My cat must have taken offense to the Tom and Jerry segment. She literally just reached up off my lap and slapped the pause on my recording. So, quick clap sync again. 3, after 1, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, she didn't like that.
Yeah. So those
Don't
cartoons.
let it happen again, Jackson.
I won't.
Those cartoons were offensive, and there were definitely people back then who took offense to it, but the majority of people, vast majority, were like, damn, that was so funny. I love the part when Tom blew his fucking brains out and then sang a rendition of Mommy in blackface. Like, they loved it. That was the majority
People even
opinion.
talk
They thought it
about
was great.
cartoons back in like the 80s and such.
In the
I
80s?
mean,
like-
kids were still a thing.
Well,
They must
the
have,
90s or whenever that was.
Tom and Jerry's back from like the 30s, dude.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
You watch it,
They
and
talk
then you
about it
go to
back
school
then.
and you talk about it. Absolutely.